Yeah, you're now listening to Stay Tuned, episode 6, season 2. Cuz, man, what you saying? How's things, man? What you saying?
I'm alright still, man. I'm alright. I'm alive. I'm alive.
I
Yeah.
said I'm alive, Not asking for much, just I'm alive, man. What you been up
Alive.
to?
A lot and a little bit. What we then had obviously I was saying to you, we'll come to it later, but I had a little FIFA tournament last week. Obviously I know certain man listened to this, so I can't even lie about what the outcome was. I didn't come last, I can tell you that much. Um What else? Actually, it's funny. So obviously we're talking just before. So obviously having
Mm.
issues with the washing machine. So I'm getting to the point where it's a bit techie because there's only so many like wash loads you can do in it. It is reminding me of when I was younger, mostly at uni when I just couldn't even bother to obviously do the washing consistently. So obviously you had that choice because when you got to your last bit of underwear and then it's done and obviously the washing ain't ready, you've got a decision to make. Obviously you can either
What? Nah, you
you
never
got
get to
three
the
you
last.
got three choices. You got three
What?
choices. You got three choices.
At what point, in what world are you living in where you're down to like your last pair, man? That is uni talk, actually. That is uni talk, to be fair. I don't know
Teenage
about them
boy.
times. Nah, man. Never,
But
never. You can't, man. Imagine, what do you do? Tell me what you do, actually.
this is what
What
I'm
do you do?
saying. So you got three choices. Yeah, everybody knows. And choice number one wasn't
Don't even,
realistically a choice for a lot of people. I'm gonna
don't
tell
even
you.
say that one. Nah, don't even say that
Don't
one.
worry. Don't
Because
worry.
I
Don't
know
worry.
what that first choice is, and that ain't even an
No,
option. I'm
no, no.
sorry.
Wait, Denise. Wait. No, okay. So choice number one. Obviously, you can just go and buy new underwear. Yeah.
Oh, that's calm. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. But uni times. Well, there's two issues with that. One, peas in it. Do you know what I mean? And being bothered to go. But two, you still got the issue that you don't have underwear to wear to the shop to go get the new underwear. So that leaves you options 2 and 3. Do you re-wear an old pair?
Cuz you're moving mad. You're moving mad on a Thursday
I'm not,
morning,
I'm not
and
saying that's what I did. I'm just
you're
saying.
moving mad. Don't even put them options out there. Don't, please. If I ever catch
Do
anybody
you
that I
re-wear the
know,
old pair or do
nah,
you just
nah,
wear
nah.
nothing?
Cuz listen, I don't know how we've started this pod, why we're going down this route on this episode, yeah. But this is too early for me to be having these mad conversations. I haven't had no coffee. This is mad. Like, at what point?
I'm just saying they're
They're not options, man. They're
some
not one of
sometimes
them's option.
you
No,
don't
no, 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 no.
realize.
Nah, you do, man. Because listen, there's one thing that you have to make sure you got clean and supply of, not just one or two. I'm talking you got to have a full drawer of underwear. Imagine you're going to link a gal or a girl's coming round and she just, I mean, it's obviously back in the day, yeah, and hypothetical. Imagine you're going to go and see someone and then, or she just says, oh, I'm on my way around or whatever.
Yeah.
You ain't got no underwear.
But if you're not but
Let's be mad.
let's reverse the situation here, yeah? You go obviously hypothetically in the younger days, you go see a girl, you're not wearing no underwear.
Yeah, but that's my point. My point is I've
It's
always got
cold. You're not
clean.
gonna be like, oh, you ain't done your washing.
What do you mean? No, I'm saying to you, if if I'm going out to see someone,
Yeah,
do you know what this actually comes back to? I'll finish this. But if I'm going out to see someone,
yeah.
then I've got to have clean underwear on. It's as simple as that. But if you're telling me that there's people in uni or whoever that used to just flip the flipping boxes around, turn them inside out and all that, nah, man, what are you
But
talking about?
that's
You
option
move,
four. That's
man.
option four.
Nah, move, man. I don't care. I'm not. Listen, there's one thing that my mum always told me: make sure you got no holes in your socks and make sure you got clean underwear. Because if you get licked down by a bus or something,
That's it. In case you get
and
let down by
do you get what I'm saying? Like my mum told me that, so I'm just saying there ain't no options for me. My one option is make sure that when I open that drawer, there's at least minimum three. Three has to be
Listen,
the minimum, man.
I don't make the rules. Just play the game.
Nah, man, you're moving mad out here. You're moving mad still. Moving mad
Anyway,
out here,
that's
but
that's that's how my week is. What you saying anyway?
my week's been busy, but busy washing my underwear, innit? making sure I got a drawer full of underwear I can do eeny meeny mo with all that stuff. But no, it's been busy, man. It's been a busy week no, I don't even know why. It's just been busy, like just school run, do this, do that, pick the kids up, do this, do that. So yeah, man. But know that link that I sent in the group chat the other day about the Gets thing?
Yeah.
It's a show, you know, a
Was
free
it?
show.
Because I couldn't. I was trying to follow it, but then it got lost in
Yeah,
what was
yeah,
going on in
yeah.
the week. But
So
yeah,
so Jesse was filling me in last night.
yeah.
Because he knows someone that I don't know if he wants me to say who he knows that went, but a family member of his went,
Mm.
and yeah, he was like kind of giving me like voice notes every now and again, like a bit of an update because I was still umming and ahhing because the Manchester one's tonight,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was umming and ahhing all week. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I
Yeah.
drive? Da, 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 da. Should I just quickly get the train? And it's like 40 minutes on the train, and so
Yeah.
so then anyway, so yesterday he was like voice noting me like, they give you this. It's a protest sort of thing. I was like, fuck that. I'm not. If it's a protest, I'm not going because
Yeah.
I can't really turn up to a protest not knowing what I'm protesting for.
Yeah.
Do you get what
100,
I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is that? It could be about making sure a man has got clean underwear, or I don't know. Could be any kind of protest.
Yeah.
But then, he was voice noting me saying, "Oh no, I think it's a show. I think it's like a thing." And then he kind of said that it's because obviously Gets has got a new album coming out. I think it's next year. I think it's coming out next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he's previewing the new album at these two shows.
Oh, is it like the Is it like the Nas thing that we went to a few years back?
It'd be less than that. I think we're talking 50 people in the room, probably less than that.
Oh, it's
It's like a proper
thing.
intimate. It's like a listening party kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm kind of glad about, but at the same time as well, you know, you haven't put any preparation in place to go to Manchester because I just wasn't thinking of going.
Yeah.
Whereas now I got to make sure that things are patterned here before I leave out. But be calm. I might still go. In fact, I will go because
I was gonna say, sounds sick.
yeah, I was saying to Jesse, them kind of things don't really come round that often. Like obviously, we've been to Get shows and whatever, but them a bit like Nas, like you said, that Nas thing, that doesn't really happen. Like that small venue, because that was a tiny venue, you know, in Liverpool. That was coming back. The capacity was like 250, 300. So like it wasn't big.
Tiny,
and he don't really do little shows like that in England. So yeah, when you get these kind of opportunities, as much as I'm tired now, I just have to.
No, it'd be worth it looking back though.
Yeah, it'd be sick, man. So I might do that, but I'll let you know next week if I do go what it was like. I know that you can't record because I was a couple of clips on Instagram, so you can't record obviously any of the music, like any the performance part. But if he's talking, you can record and you can record that. There is a little protest. I'll be honest, there is. I think because he gives everyone a balaclava, gives everyone a bally, and everyone's got like is it placards? They got
yeah.
They got all them there, so there must be some sort of protest, I think.
Do you reckon it might be for a video though? I'm just wondering.
So this is another thing. I think it could be for a video.
Yeah.
Because some of the clips I've seen on Instagram, there's about 4-5 videographers at the front of this protest thing, and I just think if it was just for like the Instagram thing, then I think it would be one or two. But when you've got like a couple of them here, there, and everywhere, and everyone's got to wear black as well, which kind of makes me think for editing purposes. I think, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know next week when I go tonight what it's saying. But it's definitely a show anyway because I've seen clips online on Instagram from like Gets his Instagram. So be good, man. But yeah, man. Apart from that, just chilling, man. Chilling. Trying to avoid Will and Jada talk. The memes, the memes, them are flying around there. Madness. Like, have you seen the one where Tupac's in the car with Suge when he gets like the shot, and then you see Jada's head like it's mad. It is mad out here.
People got no chill, you know, especially because of all the obviously the news about also they arrested the guy connected with Tupac's killing as well.
Yeah.
It's the mad timing, but yeah.
But don't you think even that's a very good point, actually. Don't you think even that's a bit mad that like they've arrested Keefe D 20 years later or whatever it is, 20 odd years later, probably even longer. And she's now bringing out, it's just nuts to me that the whole thing is technically like,
Time.
she's running around doing a press run about Tupac. And we've just found out that the person that we knew killed him, because he's been saying it on loads of different interviews for time, that he's been involved in his death. That's all coming to fruition now. It's a bit mad to me. But have you seen some of the stuff she's been saying, like in her interviews, like
Who's
recent
been
ones?
saying?
Jada.
Yeah, I've not watched because it's to do with a book that's come out, right?
She's got a memoirs or
Memoir,
she's got like something that's come out. So she's promoting a book, but in there, she's obviously talking like I'm sure the book is about like her upbringing, her kids.
yeah.
I'm sure Will Smith's in there, but the only thing that she's kind of focusing on is Tupac, which to me is weird. Do you know what I mean? It's so odd because
Yeah, it is, and I don't. I think I mentioned this before. I don't understand that whole dynamic. I've got to watch this whole thing play out.
what dynamic?
Because
Their dynamic
yeah,
between them.
because I don't. I was saying this the other day. She, from what I can remember of her, like growing up, she was not outspoken. To be fair, she really was outspoken, but she's very vocal and like she had a big personality. And then when she got married, you didn't really, when they got together, you didn't really hear so much about her until obviously some of this stuff is like the last 3 4 years, and well, from my perspective anyway. So I can't understand that angle that she's trying to play here because it's weird. Like all the behavior is so weird and inconsistent as well.
I just, I think, I think they're both weird. I'm going to be honest. I think he's always been a bit weird anyway,
Mm.
and she's weird. Their kids are weird. Let's be honest. Sorry to say that, but they've had a mad upbringing,
Yeah.
so they're a bit different. And I just think, and it's each their own. Like obviously, I think they've come out before previously and said that they've got like an open relationship kind of thing. They can go and do what they want and do whatever. That's up to them. That's their business. But I just feel that she's kind of like a bit like a narcissist to me a little bit.
Yeah. I'm getting them vibes.
She's a little bit like that, and I'm not saying that he's not. So I don't want anyone who's listening to this to kind of like think, oh, you're sticking up for one. No, I'm sticking up. I'm saying both probably have those traits in them where they kind of because like Will's kind of been painted as like like don't we feel sorry for him, but he's been doing a madness on on sets and doing this with other women as well. He's been doing a madness throughout his whole career, so he's just kind of been able to keep his a bit more quiet, and he doesn't come out publicly and speak about it. Whereas she had him around that red table, if you remember, talking about the guy that she was beating, the Jaden's bedroom or something. She was doing in bed together and this and that, and she felt sorry. Remember, she's done the whole thing. She dragged the man out of his house. Can you imagine waking up next to her that morning saying, look, we need to go around the red table. We got to talk about how I had sex with this young boy and da-da-da-da-da. Imagine that. And then you finish the recording and then you both jump in the same car to go back home together.
Listen.
That's mad to me.
Listen.
Open relationship business.
I wonder if, I don't know, one of my theories is that his behavior has been so mad that she's been saving all of this up because it's so potent and some of it is vicious, do you know what I mean? And that's why I say I don't understand the dynamic, because for someone to behave in that way, even if you're a narcissist, it feels like her buttons have been pushed to the point where she's like, okay, and she's just putting it on, she's just writing things down on the list. You know what it's like, when you've been wrong so many times by the same person, like, okay, that's 4, that's 5.
Yeah.
And then bang. Because all of this just feels like payback for whatever it is that he's done. And even have you read his book?
No, but I remember I did start to, and then I can't remember when I think, did I buy it before the slap or after the slap? The Chris Rock one. I can't remember.
You must have got it before because it was out. It was out for at least a year.
Nah, I feel like I got it after. I feel like you told me to buy it and I didn't. Or maybe I did buy it, but I didn't read it. And then I picked it up when he done the slap and I couldn't really get into it. But I remember you told me it's a really good book. So
it's good because obviously with all of these books, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt because it's from their perspective. And obviously most of them ain't gonna throw themselves under the bus. So they're not gonna mention, everyone's done something mad. They're not gonna put that in there. But you can read between the lines in terms of the dynamics of obviously his relationships with, you know, loved ones like mom and dad growing up, but also that relationship, the way that he describes it, and even he's quite remorseful about some of his behavior. But when you look at the situations, you're thinking, I wonder what other people's version of that story was.
yeah, it's
And
true.
then when you start adding things together, you think, okay, maybe I can start to understand Jada's behavior.
No, I can't.
Because it's just it's like what you said before though. His I don't want to say indiscretions, his behavior. A lot of it seems to be behind the scenes. That she's not even airing out her dirty laundry. Like it's just this is crap everywhere. Like it's on the walls, on the ceiling, like it's in on the car, it's at work. Like it's just everywhere.
But I think they've always had that kind of. That's what I'm saying. I think they've always had like a really strange relationship. So it doesn't really come as a surprise to me that she's doing that. She's kind of like gone on a press run. Because even before, don't you remember when she said that? I think, was it her daughter was writing letters to Tupac at 8 or something mad like that? Can you imagine that? Like she didn't even know Tupac. She's 8 at the time. She doesn't even know him. The man was born dead before she was even. So it's the only reason she knows Tupac is because of her mum. Her mum's the one that's feeding her this thing. I bet she's probably saying, Tupac was your dad. Imagine that. Do you know what I mean? Right to your daddy. He needs to hear what you feel. He needs to feel your pain. Like it's nuts. It's, to me anyway, it's a bit nuts. But I see that a lot in a lot of people's relationships. Like I see moments where there's like very like sneaky the way, again, I'm not picking out just women because men do this as well, but like I know there's like a couple of my people that I know that they're in relationships where like they're kind of constantly treading on eggshells because they don't know what their other halves might do. Do you know what I mean? Or they might come out and just, like you just said then about how they keep like a tally of all the things that you might have said or you might have done that's a bit wrong. And they kind of use that as ammunition against you. Do you know what I mean? I see it a lot. Like, and there's a particular relationship, like, you wouldn't even mind me saying this, and I'm not even going to say his name, but like he's in a relationship where I know that his missus kind of does that. Like she'll keep tallies on things and then like he'll ring me and be like, or he'll voice note me and he'll tell me like, she's talking about this, that, the other to her bedrooms and then like to my family. Like, and women do that a lot, they try and they do it in a way that's very, not just women, but they do it in a way that is very like, there's a lot of emotion in it. So they want
spiteful or
spiteful, but it's masked over with like emotional guilt. So they want you to feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
So when she's saying these things, so bringing it back to Jada and all of that stuff, she kind of wants you to feel sorry for her because at one point she says, Tupac proposed to me while he was in Rikers Island and all these kind of things. And it's like, what do you want us to do with that information? Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's what I mean. I don't understand that angle, but yeah, I hear you though. It's all. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot more to come from this. If you just think about just the whole relationship in it, but certainly the last couple of years, there's way more that's ready to come out.
They've been on the island as well, innit?
Yeah. I even.
You don't know that?
Into it too much, no.
They're part of the list, man. They're part of the list that is never been disclosed yet, but they're part of that list, the Epstein Island list, man. They're both on. That's what I'm saying. I think they're both a bit fruity. And I think they're just a bit. But even like, there was another bit that was. So sorry. Yeah. Then she does another interview I was watching the other day because she's done one with the CEO. What's it called? The Diary of a CEO. I'm not going to watch that because, like we were saying about, we were talking about in Barca. I just I've kind of gone off that a little bit. But then there's another interview she does with Fat Joe, and she kind of backtracks on everything she said in other interviews because Fat Joe says to her, so like, was you with Tupac, or did you have another thing? And she kind of goes, no, we were just friends. We never done none of this and da 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 da. And Fat Joe's kind of looking at her like saying like, bitch, are you crazy? Like, you've literally just been doing a mad press run talking about all of these things. And then she says, oh no, we were just friends and all the rest of it. And he says, yeah, but the media. She's like, yeah, but the media is saying this because of that. The media, it's the media with that narrative. And I'm thinking, but you're putting that narrative out there. You're the one that's saying that you had this relationship with him. Bearing in mind, the man was already engaged, He had a girlfriend when he was shot.
Yeah.
He was with someone. I don't think he was with her for long. I think he was with her for like 6 months, 7 months. But he was already engaged to someone while he was in prison. He proposed to her in prison.
Yeah.
And she's putting that narrative out there. And then when someone's kind of checking her about it and like asking her a direct question, she's taking everything back. And I just think, imagine if she's doing that out in public, then imagine being in a relationship with someone like that, where you don't know whether you're coming or going with them. Like at one point she says they've been divorced. It's another interview. She says they've been divorced for not divorced, sorry, been separated for years, since like 2015 or something, 2016. So when that slap thing happened at the Oscars, she was shocked because apparently they've never called each other, or they haven't called each other man and wife, or husband and wife for time. So she was like, what's going on? And then she was just taken back by it. Do you know what I mean? And she was kind of saying how that was really out of character for Will to do that to Chris Rock. And then apparently this is all coming back to where Chris Rock tried to ask Jada out or something when they'd separated and he wanted to take her out on a date. That's what it all like boiled down to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
so it's just I think she's just one of these people that you don't know whether, before we know, she could have stuck it on Chris Rock. Do you know what I mean? At another point, and he's tried to take her out. So
do you think? Part of me wonders though if it's like not a cry for help, but I always wonder why someone would behave in that way to the extremes that we've seen. And when I say extremes, it's obviously it's not behavior I'd engage in, that you'd engage in, and even if we're in that context, in that environment, that status, and I wonder with something like that, I don't know enough about her, but I don't know. Do you feel like there's something else behind it where she needs help, maybe, or she's asking for, or you just think that it's more like devious and manipulative?
I just think she's devious. I just think she's a devious, conniving, manipulative woman who probably knows that Will Smith, as much as he's probably had infidelities of his own, is probably just very much in love with this woman. Do you know what I mean? And I think she knows that because I think she knows that, and she kind of knows she can come out and say a madness, and he probably won't say anything. Or maybe she knows secrets about him that just can't come to light. Do you know what I mean? So he has to just keep a sort of, he has to go and get jiggy with it and wild west and just keep himself moving. Whereas I also think the Hollywood thing is true, and I remember Dave Chappelle tried to tell us about this, Kanye's tried to tell people about this, that like when you're in Hollywood, it can mess you up completely if you're in that environment where you just lose yourself. You don't even know who you are anymore. And that's why, remember, Chappelle said that he left the Chappelle show, he moved away, he lives in Ohio, he's away from it. Kanye's in Wyoming. Do you know what I mean? The furthest, as furthest away from Hollywood as well, in terms of the lifestyle and that.
Yeah. Just remove, do you know what I mean? From that.
Remove yourself from it, because you lose yourself and you become into this mad world. So they could have just been in that world for so long that you kind of forget. Like, we're talking from a place where we haven't even experienced half the things or anything that they've experienced. Really, they're living in a mad world, like a virtual reality. So I maybe she does need help, but at the same time as well, there's help out there. Like, it's not like she's not got the money or she hasn't got the accessibility to go and get help if that's what she needs. But I just think she's a manipulative woman. I think she's very. She wears the trousers. That's a very old term. Yeah,
Yeah.
but she wears the trousers. You can tell that because he's like, it's like he's scared of her. It's like he's in an abusive relationship, and she's the one that's kind of throwing the punches.
I hear you. I hear
That's
you.
the kind of vibe I get from her. That like, oh, if you do that, I'm gonna go and do this. Or do you know what I mean? Very controlling. Because even in her interviews, if you listen to her interviews, the way that she talks, she's very controlling. She controls conversations.
Yeah.
It's mad. We said that about Noel Clark. Remember, we said how he kind of controls the conversation and he steers it and navigates. She does exactly the same thing.
Getting those vibes.
It's just that we don't really see it like that because here's an example. If the shoe was on the other foot and Will Smith was talking about, me and Halle Berry were engaged and I was doing the thing with her and da 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 da. Do you know how different the whole conversation would be? Because everyone would be like, "Oh, poor Jada. Look at Jada. What? How dare you do that to her?" Do you know what I mean? Whereas now it's kind of like, "Oh, I can't wait to buy a book to find out more secrets." It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So to me, he needs to just. I think already wants to divorce her or something. I think he wants to.
Somebody wants to get out of that, and someone is trapped because there's no
traps
reason
like
for
get out.
No, honestly, yeah, he's stuck in that vortex because it doesn't make the only sense it makes is that from a weird perspective, because it's so public and because they're both so famous, like particularly probably obviously more so Will Smith. I
What's
can't
she
imagine
famous for? Is she even famous?
Jada. Just to a point in
she's famous because she talks too much. She talks with her mouth wide open
but that's
all
what
the
I
time.
mean. Now she's become re-relevant again because of everything with the Oscars and this book. So the only other thing from a more sinister point of view is that they can make tons of money off this. I don't think that's the case, but it's gonna be so easy to sell books now. Like, okay, Will Smith, like film wise, a lot of people obviously, especially because of the slap, they're not too sure about him. People still go see him though. But if they're doing any kind of promotion, any shows, people watch. But I don't think it's that. I just feel like someone's trapped, and that's why I'm trying not to analyze it too much at the moment because there's bits missing. I can't quite figure out who's done what. And like I said, from reading Will's book, you do feel sorry for him, and he sounds like he's gone through quite a lot. But there's definitely
gaps.
There's definitely something about the way that he sees life that he then takes control because he's been able to take control. So I don't know how that plays into the relationship.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean for the listeners? What do you mean by that?
So there's certain things like he references, like when he's I think when he leaves before Fresh Prince, and the whole reason why he gets it, like he gets quite fortunate in a way. I can't remember, he's at like a party and there's a pitch and he manages to sell it, and then after that, even like all the money that he's getting, he can kind of do what he wants, and he's just not from money. From the way he described, like I think his dad did well. I think his dad had a couple of businesses. So he was comfy, but not like Carlton and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type thing. But even when he starts to talk about, I think film sets, like there's certain things that his children sort of had to be in a certain place at a certain time with him, like the way that his son had to be involved, and the way that he was with his son on sets, and he kind of acknowledges that there's certain ways that he might have pushed his family because it was his vision of what a good family would look like because he craved it so much. And he does reference there's a birthday party. I think it's either Jada's 40th or 50th or something like that. Can't remember how old she is now, but must have been her 40th. But there's just the whole way that he did everything, and he writes in the book and obviously says, "Oh, that wasn't about her. That was about him." It's just little things like that where you just look at it and you think, I don't know if they're both controlling or something.
They are, man.
I need it to play out a little bit more to understand Like who's
two.
doing what? Do you know what I
You've
mean?
got two bruised people in a
Yeah,
relationship,
yeah,
and
100%.
when that happens, you don't need. It doesn't need, for me. It doesn't even need to play out. They just need to be left alone, away from each other, because like they're not. Clearly, you can see they're not. That's not a healthy relationship.
Oh, 100%,
If
man.
you're going to the media to talk about the man that you've got kids with and all the rest of it, just to sell your book, that tells you that that man ain't for you and that woman isn't for you. It don't. For me, for my own peace of mind, my mentality, like for me mentally, I couldn't be with someone like that because, yeah, it would just be a mess. It would be chaotic. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So he doesn't need to be with her. Like I get it, or like it's not just about divorcing and you walk away. There's obviously a lot of things, assets and whatever else. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that it comes into when you divorce, especially at that level. But for your own peace of mind, man, just move, man. Just get away from her. You don't have to, you don't even need to divorce her. Just separate, man.
yeah.
Just
That
be
this
married to
needs
her, but
to
don't live with her. Do
it
you know what I
needs to
mean?
stop. Yeah, it needs to stop.
Crazy, man.
So
But they're back together now, apparently. So they separated. But then when after that was it, after the slap, um, she said she's seen a new fire in him. She saw that she saw the 2-pack of them. She saw the fog life in it, and then she said, "Oh no, we need to be back together." But don't that tell? That's my point. Don't that tell you that this
yeah,
woman is crazy? So she wants to see the man that she told the world that she doesn't really love, and she was in love with someone else. She saw him slap someone defending her. Before that, she didn't want to be with him. Now he slaps someone in public. She wants to be with him. Crazy women. Crazy
yeah,
women.
no, yeah. That listen, not
Uh,
in my house.
just before we move on, I was listening
Yeah,
to No Behavior, the podcast,
yeah,
and when you're driving, because I was listening to the car. It was yesterday when I was in traffic. I was
yeah,
telling you about the
yeah,
coffee and all that,
yeah.
and there was a bit in there. Yeah, they're talking about what particular women they like and all this and that. And then one of them, I think it was Loons, said, or Castillo, they had him on there as a guest, and he says,
Mm.
when a woman's got just bare tattoos on her, and they're not like joined up, so it hasn't got like a sleeve, she's just got random tattoos all over her body. She said they're the kind of women that you need to stay away from because they're just mental. And I was like, when it's kind of true a little bit, because I was thinking, when someone's just got like a random tattoo, there's no like meaning to it. They just got it on
It's
impulse,
just
and
it's just there.
they're
Yeah,
just random like tattoos all over their body. And I thought, you know what? I was in the car, you try not to like laugh because you don't look like a maniac in the car. There's like people like someone next to me in the other car. I thought it's true though, isn't it? Because like when you see a woman or a man, I'm not again, but I kind of see it more with women where they just got bare tattoos all on their face, the neck, the
it's
arm,
everywhere.
foot, back, and enough. There's no meaning to it. They're just symbols, or they're just a flower, or they've just got their little cross under their arm there. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
what are you doing? So those kind of women, if you're in a relationship with one of those kind of women, just look at her a bit different. Look at her a bit different when she comes home from work or from the
It's a,
tattoo
it's a,
parlor.
it's a flag. It's a flag. We're gonna need
It's
a
a,
safety car right here, guys.
it's a red flag. Quick, pack your bag and move
Exit.
away. Yeah, man.
Disengage. Disengage.
Move away, man. But yeah, the FIFA thing, man. The FIFA tournament.
Yeah.
Can't lie.
Um. Yeah. So no. I came second, which was good. It's in it. I've had steady progress because I was saying
Out of
to you
how
like
many though?
obviously
Out of how many?
it's
Because
four. It's
second.
four. It's four. No. It's the
Ah,
second
okay,
out of two.
okay.
Yeah. No. It's four of us. So.
Man said the first loser.
No. It was sick. Obviously, yeah. It was obviously. Um, Shout out Carlo. Obviously set it up. Save for that. Sick. Um, yeah, it was calm, man. So obviously we're playing, and obviously I'm sure you won't mind me saying this, but Carlo's good, man. like the aim for the other three of us was just making sure we tried to get a goal or tried to get it to 0-0 at half time, but he was gone. But it's funny because obviously FIFA is such a contentious game. There's bare games out there, but obviously for the football heads, FIFA is that one where obviously growing up is so competitive because I could feel my head getting hot, particularly like thinking, okay, second place is probably what I'm aiming for. So I'm trying to, when I'm playing the other guys thing, it goes bare quiet in it. Do you know what I mean? Like you're there, you're concentrating. You know, like you're sitting back in the in the settee, and then start losing. So you're leaning forward and holding the controller a bit tighter, like pushing your feet into the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's funny because one of the dons, you could see his head was getting hot when it's because he was joking and the joke stopped. So it was funny, but it was reminding me obviously of growing up and being competitive, because some people are mad competitive to the point where like they just won't talk to you. Like if they lose something, and some people don't care, and to be fair, the people that don't care kind of piss me off a bit, because if you're on a team game and they're just not bothered, they're just there for the bants. It's like, why are you here? Um, and I suppose trying to think about the question, but it's more just thinking about do you think it's good to be competitive, like with anything like games or whatever? Do you think it's like being competitive is a good thing?
It depends. It depends on the person. Like
Mm,
for me, I'm competitive, but I shouldn't be. Not that I shouldn't be competitive, but when
yeah,
I lose, it's a madness because I just see red. So, yeah, be competitive, but you need to know how to navigate the anger or the disappointment if you lose something. Do you know what I mean?
what do
Whereas
you what do
I,
you do what do you do what do you do when you
nah,
lose
I'm
them?
older now. I'm talking about when I used to play football back in the day. Like I just lunge in for a mad. If my team's losing, listen. If we're 3-4 nil down or 3-1 whatever, listen, I'm taking off your legs. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go in for a Roy Keane special. Do you know
Inga
what I mean?
Haaland thing, yeah,
Yeah, like I used to. I used to be like, I used to see red, or even at
yeah,
like five, even five-a-side, where it's meant
yeah,
to be a bit more relaxed than what. And I'm not talking five-a-side in the league. I'm just talking five-side. We're just having a kick about with the mates.
yeah, yeah,
Even then, like if I'm losing or I lose the ball, even if I lose the ball, like I'm not having that. But
no.
I think with the FIFA thing, even the other day when we was playing FIFA,
I can
cause
tell he's getting annoyed.
there was one game. There was one game,
Is it the
and
Chelsea one?
I can't remember now.
Yeah,
I feel like it was the Tottenham when I was Tottenham. Might have been the Tottenham Arsenal one. And there's a game where the ref like you lunged into me and you should have at least got a card. Didn't get no card. Then I
yeah,
should have got a penalty, I think. Or I did get a penalty actually. I think it's a game I got a penalty and Harry Kane
but
missed
yeah,
it.
I saved it.
Yeah, it was
Harry
that
Kane
game,
doing
yeah.
Harry Kane, and
Nah, cause
when the big time comes.
you see when you get angry, like I had visions of like smashing my control pad into the TV and all that. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the sort of level of rage that I used to have growing up as a kid. Like the amount of Game Boys and what they call the PlayStation pads that I used to smash up because
Yeah,
it was just anger. It was just like, oh, I'm not doing this. Or I'd bend something in half, and then afterwards you look at it, and go, fuck, man, why did I do that? I need it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still need the fucking control pad now. Now I need to replace the control pad. But yeah, no, I think it's good to be competitive. I just think you need to be able to control how you deal with the loss.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Because if you're someone like me, or not as much now, but when I was younger, then it's not
mm,
good for you because you're just constantly showing a side of you that possibly you don't need to or you shouldn't be showing, especially in like
yeah,
a football match or something like that, or even FIFA. If you're with your bedroom, it's just banter in it. Like yeah, you come last, you just come last. You got to take it on the chin. Just got to
no,
pass
no,
the
no,
pad on. But I hate that. Like you, I hate when there's people that don't see the competitive side of something, and
yeah,
they're just kind of like, oh, it's just one of those things, and it's just whatever. Um, and I'm like, no, it's not whatever. Like if we're playing football or we're doing something,
serious
you better
thing.
have the same level as me when it comes to wanting to win
Mm,
this thing. If you're not wanting to win this thing, move off the pitch or move off whatever, because I'm here to win. Even my kids now, I tell them like they go, "Oh, Dad, don't." We're playing like football practice
yeah,
in the goals.
yeah.
I don't let him. I don't go easy on. I don't go easy on him. I
You
let him
talking
know
about
like,
two footers?
yeah, like listen, I'm proper. We're playing properly. You want to play football? Okay, come, and then we'll play. And then I
Yeah,
say to him, look, I'm not easing up on you just because of your age. Like because in a couple of years, if you really want to make it in something, you have to like be better than
yeah, yeah,
anything. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? And yeah, man, I think it's good to have a competitive streak, man, in anything. It doesn't matter whether it's football, running, PlayStation, whatever, in your job, whatever. Just make sure that you're doing the best, because then at least you know that you tried your best, and if you lose, you lost. Then it like you just got to take
Yeah,
it on the
yeah.
chin. At least then then if you do get angry, at least you know you've tried. I hate people like they get angry afterwards. Go, oh, flipping out, like, God damn it, I could have won that. Like, you didn't fucking try, so you can't. You didn't. You can't. What do you mean? You didn't even try in the first place. You can't. You can't
Yeah.
moan now. So yeah, be competitive, but just learn to control your anger in it. I think.
No, it's true. It's true.
Was you
It's
getting angry
funny.
though? Because you kind
Huh?
of left that bit out. Was you getting angry that you came second?
No, no, because I knew what it was. Like, obviously, I'm not a dickhead, innit? Like when I play games, I play to win. Like I'm not going into things thinking, oh yeah, like playing for like I'm in there. So I had the belief that obviously if the environment was okay, if the temperature was a bit off, if I sat on the right side of there was a bit of a glitch in the controller, whatever it was, the referee was moving mad, I might. So I'm always playing to win. But what I notice is there's certain people, and I know you're gonna laugh in a minute. There's certain people that bring up my competitiveness more, and I'm not even
Oh yeah,
gonna
hundred
lie.
percent, hundred
The
percent.
FM game. I think I was I was calm. But obviously, I know with me and Jesse it got bad competitive because I could see you just like chilling, like you obviously would like you were competitive, but I could see you were looking at mine and Jesse's like rivalry and stoking the fire as well.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Do you know what I mean? Well, yeah, there's definitely certain people that I'm around, even like not my current job now because I don't care, but I'm gonna say I don't care. Like, there's not to be competitive about. Like, obviously, I'll go
That's
and
what
do my job properly. Yeah, but
I
as
was waiting
in,
for. I was waiting for you to say that bit. 'Cause
got to throw that. No, just say. Oh, no one wants to be competitive anyway. So it's boring if you're just being competitive on your own. So I just be out there on my own doing amazing world class things. It's all good. But no, there's certain other jobs that I've had where I don't know, man. When people rub me up the wrong way, um, I just have to beat them. Like when I worked in Debenhams, we used to do you can open up the store cards or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a guy, like, he was cool in the end, but I just didn't like him to begin with. And anytime he'd open up more accounts than me, he'd be rubbing it in my face. So it turned into a competition. Like, there was a little scoreboard and everything. So I'd like to think I beat him most because we just worked Saturdays, and obviously he'd get more over the week because he worked more days in a week.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'd,
yeah.
I'd wipe the floor with him on Saturdays. Um,
So what was that where you had to kind of get people to sign up for the store card?
yeah, it sounds a bit
Yeah,
unethical, but it was more. I mean, it's sales anyway, so you're always trying to
yeah,
you're
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
sell stuff in it. So we'd be like we'd be there in the morning, both there. What time did we start? Probably about 8, I think, when the store opened. Get to about 8:47. You want to open a card? Yeah, okay. So like you'd see someone go get the form, other person be looking over like, what's going on? So, like, then they'd be like, trying harder. We'd be on about maybe 5 or 6 cards by about lunchtime, like coming back early from lunch, like just can't. I think there's certain people I can't lose to. Not the winning doesn't always
Yeah,
matter. I just
that's
don't
what I
want to
mean.
lose to certain people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, did you get commission for that? You used to get
Yeah,
commission to play card.
we used to, so in the because obviously they I can say whatever I want. They're done now, but in I'm trying to think. Yeah, we used to get. So imagine this year, my wages was like £4.15 or something like that an hour. But when we opened a card, you'd get something like £4 in these things called capital bonds. So just like vouchers, but they couldn't give money because then it wouldn't be taxed. I don't even know if that's. I'm sure it must have been legal. So you get £4. No, you get £2 for every card and £4 for every card that you got out, where they took out insurance as well.
Oh, I get you.
So obviously, if you get like, you used to get about 8 or 9 a day. So like, my wages would just be different.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just
you
looked
can see the
different. Do you know what I
difference.
mean?
Yeah,
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 yeah. So so used to get commission for it, and then if you got over 5 and then over 10, you'd get like little bags and stuff. So we got like Burberry bags and I can't remember what else. Like not like the Gucci's and the Pradas, but like decent ones. I still got a couple actually, and you get like stuff from the like the fragrance counter. Yeah, there's bare incentives, and we were young as well, so it didn't cost them anything. So they knew that we'd be on it.
Work
So
harder. Yeah, you try
yeah,
to get
yeah,
more.
yeah. So but yeah, there's always certain people. Even like when me and you play FIFA, if I was playing online, I don't think I'd be that bothered. But it's just I can't have that.
Nah,
I can't have people
online.
be
When
like,
you
oh,
say
do you play
online,
FIFA? Like, oh,
when you
did you
say
win?
online, what do you mean? You mean like against other people?
There's people I don't know. If someone's being a
Nah,
dickhead,
nah,
then
nah,
I've got
nah,
to put
nah,
them in
nah,
their
nah, nah,
place.
nah.
But
Do you see them games where you're online? More so as well because I don't know who I'm playing against. Because in my head, visually, I'm always thinking I'm playing against like a 15-year-old kid here. I can't have some 50-year-old kid beat me at FIFA. Do you know what I mean? So by default, anyone who I play online, they're not above the age of like 20. I think I'm not letting you win. Like you're not
yeah,
beating me. So that's why I remember I showed you the thing the other day. I smacked him up. I was thinking I'm
yeah,
not having
the
that. Was
9-1 thing.
that was after I think I played you the night before. I think or maybe a couple of days before.
Yeah,
And I thought, nah, I'm not having this. And then I can't remember the scoreline. I think I was smacking him up, and then I think he just scored a goal. And I thought, okay, you want to do that then? So I was carried on and thought, fuck this. Every time I got the ball, I'm just going to score a goal. And like my son was next to me, and he's like, another goal. Because like he was playing FIFA on his
yeah.
Nintendo Switch. And every time he locked up, it was like, raw, another goal. I was like, yeah, cuz I'm telling you, I'm not messing. I told you, when I want to
100.
win something, I want to win something. I'm not in it to score 2 goals. If I'm gonna thump you up, I'm gonna thump you with force, and it like I'm not here for a little bitch slap. I'm gonna thump you up, but yeah, them online games are annoying because sometimes people like probably like like you said your brethren, like he's just when he's playing FIFA, he's he's on it, like he's good, and you come
yeah,
across some of them every now and again on there, and you just know as soon as the game kicks off, you're not gonna beat them. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. I hear you.
They're
Like
just you can
just
tell
hanging
that
on.
they're
It's
seasoned
gonna come.
vets when
Yeah,
it comes to
yeah.
FIFA, and you think, fucking hell, man, you can't quit because then you get like it kind of downgrades your points that you get
Oh yeah.
online. So if you quit, then
Some
like you just don't get as many coins and all that stuff. But then sometimes you'll play, and I can instantly tell if I'm going to win the game just by how how they pass the ball. Like I can tell already. I think, yeah, this is a win. This is a win already. And then if I lose it, I have to come off the computer because I think, how have I just lost that game?
yeah,
FIFA's a madness anyway because I'm sure that game's rigged. I told you this already.
yeah.
Like
No, it's
even our
true.
game the other night, that game was rigged. Like I should have won that. There's
It's
2 games
covered
the other
out.
night.
No,
No, no, no, no,
listen,
no. There's 2
listen.
games the other night I should have won.
There's no
So
excuses. This is what you've been saying. If you
no,
want
no,
something hard enough, you'll get it.
nah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But when the odds are stacked against you and the game's flipping, the game's like it just mad. Like sometimes there's like refereeing decisions and the thing raw. Like you're letting that go.
You can't you
You're letting
can't
that
you
go.
can't depend on the referee to win you the game.
Because
You got to go out there and
just remember, we've both been on the ends of defeats. You're making it like you batter me every
I've
day.
had,
Remember when you came to mine and you was
the
flipping
The
the
Real Madrid
Liverpool?
one? What
That
was
was
that,
like
7-3?
it's like 7-3 or something, man.
You know what that was
So
though? I was still gonna blame that because that was
don't,
the one, that was the time when the bee came in the room, innit? When I was through on goal
nah,
and you saw the
nah,
bee and
nah,
you
nah,
paused it.
nah,
I think it
nah,
was
nah,
like,
nah,
wasn't
nah.
it 3-3 or 3-2 to
Nah,
you?
nah,
I
nah,
would have
nah, nah.
scored.
It was a good there was a
Nah,
good
nah,
gap, man. There's a good gap
nah,
between
nah.
us. But that B was mad. Remember that massive B?
Yeah,
Flipping out, that was massive still. But yeah, man. If you're gonna be competitive, man, just control your anger. Count to 10. Don't close your
walk out
eyes
the
if you
room.
see red. Yeah, if you see red mist, just close your eyes for a minute and just
Yeah,
think of the waves crashing or something, man. Just think of good things, good times.
it's true. You can't even throw these new controllers as well because like obviously the Switch you bust up the screen. The PS5 ones, the PS4 ones you can drop a couple times, but the PS5 ones are sensitive, so
Yeah,
it's
even the
curtains.
Xbox one. If I
Yeah.
threw the Xbox one at the TV, it's double damage because I'm fucking up the TV and I'm also fucking up the control pad. And to be fair, I remember years ago when it was United Chelsea Champions League
Yeah.
final. I punched up the TV, and fucked up my TV, and we lost on the Champions League. Imagine that. I remember I had like a metal bin. I
Yeah.
had a metal bin. So where my because I had a TV in the kitchen at the time on the wall,
Yeah.
and then I had one in the living room, and I was watching in the kitchen. Picked up the bin, and I was like, I'm bang like that after thing, just out of anger. And then I remember looking at the TV thinking, shit, man, like, why have I just done that? Do you know what I mean? Because, like, I didn't need to do it. And then the bin was caved in. Like, the bin was, like, dented in. I was like, fuck, man. But at that time as well, I was just pissed off in it because we shouldn't have lost that game either. But it is
No,
what it
no,
is, man.
100. But there's a before we move on. It's funny actually. There's when what was it? I think it was when online gaming first kind of started, and I had one of the pros. I think it was Pro 6. So I was playing it online, and the way that I got beaten, it was weird because I shouldn't have lost. But let's say that I dominated the game, but they won like 4-2. Don't even know how. So it's funny. So I punched the Xbox because I got annoyed, and I was. So I was like, "What?" So anyway, I ejected it, and the disc was all scratched up. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So this wouldn't work. So lucky that I had a brethren that worked in game, so he just swapped the disc out for me and got me a new one. So it was calm. So a few weeks later, I checked him and one of my other brethrens who were talking about pro, and my brethren was saying, "Oh, is that the game I had to get the disc for you for?" Because he doesn't like football, so he
Yeah,
didn't really
yeah,
know
yeah.
about pro. So he was like, "Yeah." And then my other brethren was like, "Oh, what happened?" So I said, "Oh, it got scratched." And he said, "Did you get angry and punch the thing?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, that happened to me. I did the same thing."
Yeah, it's mad. I know when you get angry as well because you press the pause in it, you press the start button, and the little pause thing pops up at the top.
Yeah.
So when a goal goes in and I see the thing go at the top to like pause the game, I think,
You know
yeah,
what's getting the, you know what it is.
he's just button bashing. He's just angry in it. He wants the game to start again. You don't want to see me celebrate my goal.
Yeah, I did.
I see. And then the other day, because you won the tournament, you made me watch you lift the trophy in it, you little prick. You think I didn't see that?
Oh, is it? No, no, no. That's when
Yeah,
the
but oh, is it? You knew what he was
that's when
doing, man.
the washing machine was leaking. That's why
Ah, yeah, shash, man. You knew what he's doing. You made me watch the whole
I
thing, me
didn't
lifting
even
the
I didn't
trophy.
even
That
clock.
idiot business, man.
Oh,
But let me see if you can do this because before you wrap up,
it's
obviously we got the quiz,
yeah.
and this week's quiz is all to do with Breaking Bad. So
Breaking
if you have
Bad.
Breaking Bad, one of the best TV shows. That if you haven't watched Breaking Bad,
Go
then you're
watch it.
missing out, man. Make sure you watch it. It's on Netflix. You can go and see
Yeah.
that. Premiered in 2008, ended in 2013, 62 episodes. Yeah, man.
Right,
Yeah,
finished 10 years ago. That's mad.
yeah, people are saying it's up there with The Sopranos, The Walking Dead. All of them things there.
Walking Dead ain't at that table. I'll tell you that for now. Sopranos
I'm
is
just
a wire,
I'm
but
just reading off. I'm just reading off here. I
You're
haven't even seen The
reading
Walking
it
Dead.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But so yeah, I'm gonna go for the first one. There's a couple.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do all of them because I think there's about 65.
It's gonna
Wait, oh
embarrass me
no,
on my own podcast now. Go on.
Blood
Go on.
Seed. There's
No,
80.
go on.
There's
Go on.
89. Right. The first one is what message? Some of these are hard, by the way. So again, if you're at home, you're an avid Breaking Bad fan, then hopefully you get some of these. Try and beat Kieran, so then we can expose him. See his angry competitive side come out.
Dash that laptop.
Dash the laptop in it. Says here, what message does the cartel leave on a hijacked Los Polos truck in season 4? You got multiple choices because you're gonna need these.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say. That's yeah. Go on. Go
yeah,
on.
we just
Yeah, go
hold
on.
on, man. So you got ready to talk, never again, you're not alone, or too much.
I'm gonna say ready to talk.
Yeah, it's ready to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Who kills Tuco in season 2? Jesse, Walter, Hank, or Skylar?
Definitely not Skylar.
Yeah, she was an unbadness then
Yeah.
in season 2.
I'm trying to remember how he dies. It's the bomb, isn't it? Doesn't he walk into the yard and that's when he announced himself as Heisenberg? I want to say it. Yeah, I want to say it was Walt.
No, man. It's Hank.
Who is it? Is it Hank?
It's Hank, man.
Oh, in the shootout. Yeah, in the shootout when they're captive with the Hector Salamanca guy, innit? So, okay, I want to point because I remembered exactly what happened. Yeah, that's calm. Yeah, I got that one right. Yeah.
Okay. It says here, this one's easy. Which network aired Breaking Bad? So you've got Comedy Central,
It's AMC, isn't it?
TNT, HBO, AMC. So you're going for AMC?
It's AMC.
Yeah, it's AMC, man. Here's a good one. Which character never met Jesse Pinkman through the show's entire run? We got Walter White Jr., Skylar White, Maria Schrader,
Yeah.
and Hank. Let's just say Hank. 'Cause we don't need to say no surnames, man. We're doing.
What's what was it? Repeat the question.
What character never met Jesse Pinkman through the show's entire run? I think I kind of know this, but yeah.
Must have been Maria because Hank doesn't. Oh no! It's Hank because I was thinking Hank arrested him, but he doesn't in the first episode. He escapes, doesn't he? So I don't think they never overlap. Yeah, it's Hank.
Do you know what's mad?
Yeah.
You just gave a full justification as to why your answer's correct and
No,
the answer's
no.
wrong.
Is it wrong? I'm trying to remember when they meet.
Oh, that's funny.
Must be Maria then.
Nah, man. It's Walter White Jr.
Oh, I thought it was Walter White. I didn't realize it was
No,
Junior.
man, don't do that.
No. It's fine. I got it wrong. No, I thought it was Hank. They must only overlap once.
No, Hank definitely meets him.
I'm trying to remember when though.
I can't remember when, but they definitely meet. I'd have to review. I haven't watched it for time, but they definitely meet, man. 100%. But next one. What famous scientist's last name becomes Walter White's drug dealer name? Einstein, Heisenberg.
It's Heisenberg, isn't it? Don't embarrass me like
All
that.
right, man. Okay, man. Okay. Bryan Cranston was cast in Breaking Bad after the show's creator saw him on an episode he wrote for Chicago Hope, Seinfeld, Malcolm in the Middle, or The X-Files.
It's Malcolm in the Middle, surely. I don't know of him in any of them other shows. Don't do that. This is the Jamaican Independence look. I know he's in Malcolm in the Middle.
It's The X-Files, you know.
Is it X-Files?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know he wrote for that.
Right, do a
I
couple
thought
more.
these aren't Breaking Bad questions. They're just questions.
Nah, man, they're all Breaking Bad. What are you talking about?
No, go for it.
Okay, who starts having an affair? I'll start that again because I said that mad. Who starts having an affair with Skylar White in the second season? Ted Bennett.
It's Ted, isn't it? Because then she's like, "Oh, fuck Ted."
You want the
And
others
goes
or you
mad.
want to go for Ted?
No, it's Ted.
Ted.
I know it's Ted. I think that's the only time she cheats on him.
Okay, two more.
Mm.
How old is Walter White at the end of the series? 50, 52, 56, 54.
He done it in a mad order as well. I'm going for 52.
You going for a 52, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. How you know that?
'cause he has his 50th birthday in one of the maybe season 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I'm sure it's his 50th. So
Okay. Trying to find a good question here for you.
see if I can at least get a 50% rate.
Okay. What causes Walt to shut down meth production to prevent contamination in season 3? Horsefly, dragonfly, housefly, or stink bug?
What was the first one? The first
Horsefly.
option?
Yeah, got horsefly, dragonfly, housefly, or stink bug.
It must be the housefly. It's that big thing. They do a whole episode on it where they're trying to catch it. It definitely wasn't a dragonfly. I don't know what a stink bug is. But I think I've been chased by one in America before, so I don't think it was that. And the horsefly, I'm assuming, must be big, so it must be housefly.
Yeah, it's housefly. It's housefly. Right, last one. Okay. Try and make this good one. Okay. What country is Gustavo Fring from? Honduras, Chile, Brazil, or Nicaragua? Yeah.
He's from he's Chilean, I believe. I was gonna say Venezuelan, but I think he's Chilean.
Yeah, it's Chilean. Yeah. Chile, man. Got a couple of them wrong still.
You're a dickhead. Listen, I've got enough right.
I just say you got a couple of them things wrong still, but yeah, man. Breaking Bad's one of the best things. Like I said, if you haven't watched that, you're missing out. Even if it's
Even
not
if you have
really your
watched it.
thing. Yeah, even if you have watched it, even if it's not your thing, like it's not your go-to thing, I think it is that gripping that I think it would keep you watching
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
You don't have to be in that. I think I'm trying to think of something that I've watched. Like The Last of Us isn't really my thing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
But it kept me going. I got
that's
gripped into
levels.
the thing. So it's kind of like that up there for me as well. Ozark's another one. Have you seen Ozark?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, them kind of things there. Mad, crazy stuff, man. But yeah, man, you gotta get the quiz ready for next week.
Oh, don't worry. I got you sorted. Don't worry. We
Listen,
good. We good.
I'm just saying, man. I think out of the quizzes, I think I'm doing a little bit better in terms of the
I think
competitiveness.
you're doing a lot better. To be fair.
Yeah, man. Well, what have we done so far? We've done FIFA, the FIFA games. We've done Fresh Prince.
Black
Done,
History.
done Black
And
History.
Breaking
Now
Bad.
we've done Breaking Bad. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna have to come with the questions next week, man.
I'm all ready.
Man said he's ready, man. I'm active.
Yeah,
I'm active. Yeah.
I see out there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we'll be back next week, next episode. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you go and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell on Spotify as well. Make sure you go to Twitter, Instagram, follow those social accounts as well. And yeah, man, we'll be back next week. Have a good weekend. All of them things, and stay safe.
Peace.